All right, another week in my project life. I am definitely cruising through this project. I'm pretty happy. Only thing I would like to do is now like try and start getting started on my project life from before. But I'm still trying to just figure out everything since I am, ooh, excuse me, in a 6x8 album, which I'll bring out here. 6x8 album. It is a little different, but it's working for me because, like I said, my boys, if you haven't watched one of my videos before, my boys are older. They don't love pictures. Some days are just the same thing over and over again. There's my title card. I was wondering where I put that. Over and over again, and it just, that's what our life is. So we are working on week 7, so February 7th through the 13th. I have went ahead and used Crystal. I'm not going to say her last name because I will butcher it. Crystal's like sketch layout, like papers, I don't know. So you can download them off of her YouTube channel, I believe is where I got mine from, was her YouTube channel. So go check out any of her videos. It has a link in there and it will send you right to like a Dropbox link, I think, or something like that. Anyways, so I went through, I wrote down all of the pictures that I had for this week, and yeah, we're gonna get right to it. Now, I didn't have too many pictures, but I did have 2 big stories that, well, one big story, one other one that was I love the picture, so I made it big. So I kind of just write up a, you know, a sketch of what I'm going to do. I don't sketch out the embellishments. I know she does. She sketches out like where her embellishments are going to go and everything. I don't do that. I just kind of like map out my weeks so that I know what pictures I want to use and I can go in through there. So I'm going to put this over to the side. And here are my pictures. So like I was saying, I'm going to be doing an outside. This might change to, honestly, guys, I might change to just doing everything inside the pockets and not having these. But for right now, it's working. So where did my paper go? Where did I just put that? Oh, yeah, right. So yeah, okay, so homework is on this side. So here we go, is going to be here. I gotta figure out where I am on my camera. This is the next page, and I have all of my pictures all printed out. All of them, I use a matte photo paper, and I just get mine from Staples. I love it. I love the feeling of it. There are like certain times that I might want glossy paper, but for the most part, I like the colors of the matte paper much better than I like the glossy. And so that's just where I'm at on that. So you see my title card is over there for week 7. We can just get that out to work with that over here. So there is that. This is just a title card that I made, and I will actually link that in, or put it in my, I wonder if I have put it in my Facebook group. I might have put it in my Facebook group already. So you guys can go get that. That's just something that I made real quick. All right. So like I said, then I have my pictures. This is just a selfie of me down in my office working with my robe, but the sun was like coming through, and oh goodness, we have needed sun. So this is just a recipe of a new recipe that I made for the family that came out well. So yeah, so I'm liking that. And then these ones are all afterwards. So like I said, here are the 2 spreads. I'm going to put these back to back because I don't believe I have any inserts this week. So let's do that. So I am going to now put you on, you know, fast forward mode, whatever you want to call it, speedy mode. And yeah, let's get this done. This one probably will come together pretty darn quick. There's just not much. There's the story on the back of this. So this one is a one that I have a little bit more of a story for. If you don't know anything about my son, my little guy. So if you don't know, if you haven't been following my stories, and a lot of you I know are new here because this is the first time I've been doing these, this is my youngest. So this is Cannon. He is 8. And then, oh, well, yeah. And actually my oldest isn't even in this spread. So my oldest is right here. He is 13. This guy has the personality. I mean, just so much personality. This guy is just off the wall, and he got his own clothes out. Even though I had put out some clothes for him to choose from, he decided to go into the Goodwill bag and get his own clothes. And I had come downstairs, and I was just like, Cannon, what happened with the pants? And he was like, oh, Mom, nobody's gonna notice. And I'm like, Cannon, they're going to notice. Like, your pants are like 4 inches too small. And I'm like, and I put pants out for you. So, you know, he goes by the beat of his own drum, whereas my other kid is like, he has a personality. He has a personality at home. He is also just as funny and everything, but in public, he's very shy, very to himself, very non-emotional. And it's very hard for people to read him. And my other kid is completely opposite. Do you have those? So, all right, let's get you on fast forward and get through this. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be told at the end again, so I don't want to try and repeat myself too much, but yeah, this is just, like I said, a picture of my kid doing his homeschooling. At this point, February, he was going to school, I think, 2 days a week, home 3 days a week. I'm not positive. I think I put it in my journaling. One thing that I have seen, actually, like cleaning up my craft room and everything, is that there were some Valentine's Day cards sitting right there that I've totally forgot to put those in my Project Life, and they were still sitting here. So little things like that I want to go back and do. I constantly am finding like pages that I need to go back and like put in there like little memorabilia, which is always good because you know, you can always go and do that. But I wish that I was a little bit more organized, and I really need to get on this. And like would put like an envelope upstairs or something, so that I can keep all my memorabilia together and, you know, just be a little bit more organized. So, all right, so here I am working on that project that we have already talked about. I'm like talking to myself like, all right, how am I going to do this? What am I honestly going to put in here? But I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let myself think about it, move on here. You can see me looking for new page protectors. There's probably a much better way to do this, guys, than searching through all of these page protectors. I do have them in a different album now, but because this one is full because it's now done. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to the next spread and do this way. Here is my picture of my groceries this week. So I really wanted to try and get this receipt in, and you're going to see that I can't figure out how to get it in. If you guys have any, you know, ways that you guys get I mean, this one is a huge long receipt. You'll just see that I'm going to struggle with, like, I wanted it to like kind of like pull out, and I just couldn't get it to work. I was getting frustrated. I think it was really late at night. So also, it was going to make the pocket extremely bulky, as you're going to see. So maybe just throwing it in a pocket, you know, a designated pocket for memorabilia later. But I really do like showing the receipts and having them in here. Here I am trying to shove that entire thing in here, and you're going to see me struggle. And then I go to try and pull it out, and yep, the whole thing's going to come out. So, I mean, I guess I could have kept it like that, and you just had to pull out the whole picture, but I really wanted it just to be a pull out. Next is this card. I loved this card. It was so pretty. And then I have really, at this point, been trying to get more stamping done and everything. So you're going to see me pull out 3 different stamps, or some number stamps from my stash. I'm not even sure where those ones come from. And stamp on that card to give me 3 little places to tell the stories of these 2 pictures. And then hopefully get to work on the big story. So here is where you're going to see me finally figure out, okay, let's use some vellum to go over top of this. I'm not even sure where I, came up with this idea, but vellum is going to go over top of it. So I did already make this in Photoshop, so I just went back into Photoshop like I should have done in the first place and just printed it out when I printed out the picture. And made a text box that went along with the shape of that space over there. Now, the other thing I should have done is probably made a guide so I knew where to cut, but it is what it is. And cut that down pretty easy. Then I believe I ended up putting, some chipboard pieces on here so that I can glue this space down without you seeing my glue. I think I ended up putting some glue in between the words too, because then you can't see that bad. Yeah, here's that one chipboard that ends up going down crooked and I can't pull it back up, or I try and you're gonna see me try and pulling it back up once I see it's crooked, and I said forget it, it's over. Do I end up pulling it up? I think I actually do end up pulling it up, and then yep, there it goes. I just lose, yep, there we go. We just lose that bottom half, and then I reapply some glue to put it down straight because it was bothering me obviously too much. There we go, nice and straight. And that way, like I said, right there, I'm going to put some glue right there, and then I believe, yep, I put some right behind the wording because you can't really tell behind that wording that it's there. So there we go. And then I just need to there we go, taking it back off. I just need to punch those things because I should have done that first because that glue was still wet. It wasn't that bad. So you're going to see me put a little bit more on there, I believe. Oh, now I'm using some red line tape. There we go. We're going to stick this down nice and good here. Make sure that stays because that clearly wasn't staying anytime soon. And this is going to be outside the page protectors, so I definitely wanted to make sure that was staying. I also believe I end up putting something up top because it's off bare. Oh, yep, here we are. I was trying to put like this February. I've had these forever. I still have these. Still not used them. Trying to figure out how to use them. I end up putting one of these some word stickers and calling it a day. right, so it took a little bit longer than I expected, plus my husband like came down. Uh-oh, looks like I might have gotten something over there. Trying to erase that off here. Plus my husband came down and we had a little chat, and you know, it took a little bit longer than I expected. Anyways, all right, so week 7, I chose this color because I was trying in the February kit, I was trying to go off of this color, and actually that blue isn't coming into a lot of my other things, so I don't know. We'll reevaluate maybe next week and change the color, but it was like right here and right here. It worked very well for week 6, but it's not working the best for week 7, but I'm going to keep it since I kept one color for all of January. So anyways, so make sure we're on the screen. So yeah, it turned out very well. It's very simple, very, you know, this is it. Like, this is life. Like, it's pretty mundane right now. It is going to starting to get busier, but, literally, I just wanted to document that, you know, we're doing school, like, we don't match half the time. My kids are always in pajamas. School is getting done on my bed. School is getting done just about anywhere right now. There was a bit of a story to go with this, like I was mentioning earlier. I should have thought this through just a little bit. I could have just printed this right out on the picture, but I didn't. I didn't. You see me struggle with this, but I ended up printing it just right on vellum. I don't always love using vellum because I feel like I smear it and you can kind of tell it's smeared, but whatever. I love this because I just always want him to be himself and, you know, love himself for that. So yeah, so I wrote a little bit about that and our little conversation, and put just a little bit. I didn't know what to do up there. I thought I was going to put that February, but that ended up being too big. And you've seen that I struggled with that and not coming off. And then I got it back on and forgot that I needed to do that. And yeah, anyways. And then this was easy. Now, you also see me struggling with this receipt. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, other than just shoving it in there, which might just happen. I just love to incorporate this. Like, I love to think, like, I would love to know what my parents were spending on groceries or what they were buying and what I was eating. And, you know, when I was a child, I think it's just fun. And as much as I scrapbook for myself, I am, you know, scrapbooking for my kids. Now, if they don't end up taking these, even though Cannon loves looking at these now, but if they don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah. But I think it would be fun. So for right now, I'm just going to put it back there. I don't know where I'm going to put that. But eventually I will figure that out, hopefully. This, I just put a little label, and all these labels I have actually made. I made these with my silhouette, and because I was going through a ton of them, and they're pretty simple to make. So, and then I just stamped out 1, 2, 3 on this, the thoughts about right now, and that we're taking it one day at a time with virtual learning. That is all we can do right now. This was the week of groceries, which is always a good week in this house. The kids are always excited. And then saying that I had found a little bit of free time in my schedule lately. So, you know, why not? Let's pick up another side hustle, because it would be like my 3rd, 4th job. So, and then I just put this little Enjoy February from the kit. So thank you guys all so much for being here, and I hope to see you for week 8. Talk to you soon. Bye.